In this video, we'll take a look at structural walls. The learning content: architectural versus structural walls, creating a new wall type, drawing structural walls. On the Structures tab, Structures group, you can find the Wall tool. There are two types of wall you can create within Revit. We have structural walls and architectural walls. Starting the structural wall command, the biggest difference between the two is that a structural wall will be enabled as structural, and by default will have analytical model enabled. At the top of the properties window, from the type selector, we can choose a type of wall to draw. In this example, we're going to create a custom wall type. Selecting a simple wall to start with, going to the edit type settings, we can access the type properties for that wall. We're going to duplicate this wall to create a new wall type. I'm going to give this a sensible name. We can see at the top of the type properties window that we are now editing the wall type basic wall. From the type parameters, we have the structure parameter and an edit button. This will allow us to edit the assembly of the wall. In the bottom left hand corner, you have a preview button, which if you select will give you a preview of the wall makeup. In the middle of the screen, we have a table representing the structure of the wall. The layers towards the top will be on the exterior side, and as you go down, the layers will be towards the interior side. We can add new layers to the wall by clicking the Insert button. I'm going to create a total of 4 layers. You'll also notice that the wall has 2 layers called core boundary. You can neither add or remove these, however you can change the location. This will control where other elements which join the wall extend into the wall, either on the exterior side or the interior side. On the exterior side of the wall, I want 2 layers. Selecting one of the existing layers, I can use the up button to position these. And on the interior side, I'm going to use the down button to place 1 layer on the interior face. We can change the function of a layer. This controls the priority a layer has in joining conditions. 1 being the highest importance and 5 being the lowest. I'm going to set this layer to finish 1. The next layer to thermal air layer 3. Layer 4 will remain the structure, and layer 6 I will set to finish 2. Clicking inside the cell for material, I can choose a material by clicking the little square button with the 3 little dots. This will open up the material browser. On the left hand side we have a list of materials already inside this project, and at the top we have a search bar. Typing in brick, Revit will find all the materials related to brick. I'm going to select Brick Common, click OK in the bottom right hand corner, and Revit will update the material. Layer number 2 is going to be fibre. Layer number 4 is going to be concrete masonry. And layer number 6 is going to be plaster. With the material set, I can now give the various layers a thickness. The brick is going to be 102.5mm, and at this stage we can see the preview on the left hand side update. The fiberglass is going to be 75mm, the concrete masonry is going to be 100mm, and the plaster layer is going to be 12.5. The wraps will indicate whether a particular layer will wrap around any openings or the ends of any walls. We can assign a material as a structural layer, which I'm going to assign to line number 4. You can also have variable thickness layers, however in this case we're not going to add any. Clicking the OK button, then clicking the OK button again, we now have our new basic wall. To draw a wall, first of all we're going to check the properties. We have some settings on the options bar, and we have some settings in the properties window. Starting on the options bar, we can choose whether the wall is going to descend or ascend. I'm going to change this to specify a height. We can then choose to constrain the height to a level, or leaving it unconnected, we can manually specify a height. We can then choose the location line as to whether we're drawing the finish face exterior, the finish face interior, or the wall centre line. We can choose whether we want to draw a chain of lines, or whether we wish to offset the wall from the line that we're drawing. On the Modify tab, we can also choose the line style for drawing the wall. With our wall now set up, in the main view, we can click a start point, left click an end point, and Revit will generate the wall. If you draw in a clockwise direction, you will find the exterior face of your wall on the outside. If you've drawn your walls the wrong way around, you can flip the walls at any time by selecting the wall, and in the centre you can click the flip arrows and it will change which way around the wall is. With nothing selected, if you move your mouse cursor over any wall in a chain, you can tap the tab key once which will highlight the full chain of walls, which you can then left click to select all in one go. And then using the space bar, you can flip all the walls at the same time.